Hey friends, it's Lisa. So recently I went to Longwood Gardens in Kennett Square, Pennsylvania for my annual family tradition of seeing Longwood Christmas, which is the Christmas lights that they put on. And so we went, and I'm just going to take you through a voiceover tour of what we saw. So when you first come in, you go to the right and you walk down this beautiful lit pathway where they have balls hanging above and some of the trees are lit up. And then at the end of the pathway here, we have a lake which is illuminated with blue lights, and in the distance, the trees look like they are dripping icicles. Now, my camera does not do the beauty of the lights justice, but I hope you can imagine and just appreciate that what you're seeing is much better in person than what you see here. So we are walking now past that lake, and there is this Norwegian house that they have in the woods. And you can go through it all year round, but it is truly the most spectacular during the Christmas season. And it is decorated all in different lights. And we were taking a few minutes to just stop by and go up and look at the decorations. Walking into the Norwegian house, and when we first walked in, there was a family that had stopped to take some pictures. So while we waited, I just kind of looked around, but now we are going to be going up the steps to the second level where you can look out, and then we're going to come back down. Now the thing about this house is that you can walk through it all year, but I feel like it's truly at its best during the Christmas decoration season. And so I know that I could have done a better job of filming it, but I hope you can understand and see the beauty in the minimalist and the simple decorations. There's a reef right there, and the windows you'd be able to look out during the daytime into the lake that is across the path. And then you just go back down the steps, and you have then seen the inside of the Norwegian house. So now we are coming up on the English garden. So typically during the summer, this area, I believe it's an English garden, but it is decorated. And in the winter, it has that beautiful lit tree in the middle, some additional lights, and there's also a staff member there with a bonfire. Now, in previous years, you could get marshmallows for free and stand there, but due to COVID, that was not an option this year. It's just really pretty, and also during the summer there are fountains that accompany this garden, but they were turned off. But I just really love how the tree lights are. I thought it was really gorgeous, and I was really happy that the camera was able to pick it up, because this was one of the things that I thought was one of the prettiest things outside. And now we're just walking along the path. So there's this back area of Longwood Gardens, which during the spring and summer, I guess all year round, you can walk the paths through the fields. But during the winter and the Christmas light show, you walk along this wooden path, and they have these beautiful spheres along the side that change colors. And so It might be really hard to see, but they're pretty much everywhere, and it looks really cool in person. So we're just walking along this path and taking in the lights. I feel like in previous years there were more of them, but I do think that because of COVID, some of the lights were scaled down, but it was still very pretty. And here's some more of those spheres as we're getting close to them. So while I was filming, I was also holding my DSLR camera, and so I was trying to take pictures and film on my GoPro, and I am not good at either. So I'm trying my best to keep the GoPro as steady as possible and make the video as smooth as possible, while also trying to take pictures. So I tried to cut away a lot of the quick cuts, but I apologize if anyone gets motion sickness while we're taking this journey. And here are some more of those lights. I just had the GoPro on the entire time that we were walking, so there is a lot, but it is nice in person when you're seeing it. I don't know how well it carries over in a video. So this is one of the things that I love. It's this arch tunnel that is lit up. It actually makes really great backdrops for photos, which a lot of people were here taking photos, and very Instagram friendly. So for 2 years now, we have stopped here, we've taken photos because they just come out really well on camera, and my dad wants to make this a tradition of an area where we come each year. But it's always just really pretty to walk through. And here is another tree house. So they consider the Norwegian house a tree house, but this is another tree house. This is much more natural. And there's not a lot to see, but we're just walking through, and there's a Christmas tree in the back patio. So in previous years, there has been additional areas where you could go on the ground. This is actually on a raised platform, but I feel like there's been times where the area was too marshy, and so I'm thinking that they stopped the additional area that you could walk out to from here because of the fact that it's not very pedestrian friendly. But we are taking a look at the tree, and then we're going to turn around. So on our way back from the tree house, we have a bunch of the trees in the backwoods of the gardens are lit, which is a basic decoration, but it's very pretty when you see all the different trees together. So this next part I'm pretty sad about. I thought we had the GoPro turned on when we were walking around in areas like the Railroad Garden and the greenhouse, which are two of my favorite parts, but apparently we did not have the GoPro on, and so all I have are some of the pictures that I took while we were in the greenhouse, which is pretty much the star of the show, and I do not have any video. But we're just looking at some of the things here. Now this is the Italian gardens that during the summer the lights are turned up, or the water fountain is going. It's really pretty. Here's back in the greenhouse again. This is kind of the middle area. And I tried to share some of the photos without being overbearing and showing a million photos. But basically it is this beautiful multi-room greenhouse that has plants from all over the world. They change them throughout the season. Here are some of my favorites. There's the Christmas rose, the amaryllis. There was lots of poinsettias. So I do apologize that I don't have more footage of the best part of Longwood Gardens, which is the greenhouse. So I've been a member now of Longwood Gardens since November of 2018, and in theory my membership would have ran out in November of 2020, but due to the property being closed for 3 months, my membership is actually extended. And that's really been kind of a blessing in disguise because I've really gotten a lot of enjoyment from Longwood over the year. I've been there multiple times throughout the year, definitely multiple times throughout each season. And the great thing is that they are constantly changing the flowers and the exhibits, so it's new every single time you go. And since I haven't been able to travel in 2020, this has been a really great destination for me to go. Now, this is towards the exit, and this is one of the grand paths, one of the grand avenues, if you would, of Longwood. And so it's hard to kind of see everything through the camera, but it's very pretty and it's well lit in terms of the Christmas lights. But there's so much more of the property that you can't see because they're not decorated for Christmas, but they're just really pretty. And I do want to say that because of COVID, it actually was nice that there wasn't that many people there. This is usually very crowded. And so the last thing we did before we left is we went to the open air theater to see the fountain show. So I do have some video coming up, but basically it's just a synchronized water show to Christmas themed music, and it is very nice. And as you can see, there's not that many people there. Usually in years past, this place is packed, but like I said, because of COVID, it was actually rather nice that there wasn't that many people there. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is my first voiceover video, and I hope you guys have a great holiday. Bye!